All right, so are you ready to like level up your English vocabulary?
Wow.
Yeah, to C1 level.
Wow.
That's where this awesome guide comes in.
Oh, cool.
English vocabulary to sound smarter. It's got C1 words.
Okay.
We're going to deep dive into 20 seriously powerful words.
Okay.
But we're not just going to define them.
Right.
No, we'll explore how to actually use them like a pro.
Yeah, because reaching this level of vocabulary, it's about more than just like sounding impressive.
Right.
You're unlocking a deeper level of communication and understanding.
Okay. So let's just jump right in. The first word that caught my eye was intricate.
Intricate?
It goes beyond complicated.
Okay.
Think about a spider web glistening with morning dew. Or those insanely detailed illustrations in old manuscripts.
I see.
There's a sense of awe in those details, don't you think?
It's almost like our brains are wired to appreciate that level of complexity.
Right.
Intricate suggests a level of craftsmanship.
Yeah.
The dedication to detail that just draws us in. Think about the intricate patterns in a Persian rug,
Oh, yeah.
or even the intricate workings of a human cell under a microscope.
Speaking of drawing people in,
Yeah.
that takes us to our next word, persuasive.
Persuasive.
We all want to be more persuasive, right?
Of course.
Whether it's presenting an idea at work or convincing a friend to try a new restaurant.
Right.
But what truly makes someone persuasive?
Yeah, it makes me wonder, is it pure logic?
Hmm.
A compelling emotional appeal? Or maybe it's all about the credibility of the speaker.
Mm.
Think about a historical figure who changed the course of history with their words.
Okay.
What was it about their message that resonated so deeply?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Right.
Okay. Now let's switch gears to a word that can be both playful and perilous.
Ooh.
Ambiguous.
Ambiguous.
It's like that feeling when you read a poem or watch a film with an open ending.
Yeah.
You're left wondering and interpreting the meaning.
And sometimes that ambiguity is intentional, right?
Right.
The artist or writer wants to spark our imagination and invite us to participate in the creative process.
Exactly.
But then there are those times when ambiguity leads to total confusion.
Oh, yeah.
Like a text message that leaves you wondering, what did they actually mean by that?
Oh, I've been there.
Right.
Suddenly ambiguous isn't so fun anymore.
Not so fun. It highlights the importance of clear communication.
Yes.
Especially in situations where misunderstandings could have serious consequences.
Okay. Shifting gears again to a word that carries a lot of weight.
Okay.
Substantial.
Substantial.
It's not just big.
Right.
It's big with meaning.
Meaning.
Like a substantial investment that changes your financial future, or a substantial meal that leaves you utterly satisfied.
Substantial implies impact. It goes beyond size or quantity to suggest something significant and lasting.
Yeah.
A substantial change in policy. It's a substantial discovery in science.
Right.
These things have the power to shift perspectives and shape the world around us.
Now, this next word is all about relief.
Relief.
Alleviate. I think about it in the context of problem solving.
Okay.
How do we alleviate traffic congestion in cities?
Right.
Or alleviate the symptoms of a disease?
You're right. It's often used when there's a need for improvement.
Mm-hmm.
What I find interesting is that alleviate doesn't necessarily mean completely eliminating a problem,
Right.
but rather reducing its burden. Think about alleviating poverty.
Okay.
It might not eradicate it entirely, but it can make a huge difference in people's lives.
It's about creating a more manageable, less stressful situation.
Exactly.
Okay, last one for this set of words,
Last one.
and it's one that's guaranteed to spark some lively debate.
Oh, I like that.
Controversial.
Controversial. It seems like every day there's a new controversial topic dominating the headlines.
I know.
Whether it's political debates, social issues, or even the latest viral trend.
Yeah.
But controversy isn't always a bad thing, right? Sometimes those heated discussions can lead to positive change and a deeper understanding of different perspectives. It reminds us that we don't all have to agree on everything,
Right.
but it's important to engage with diverse viewpoints and have those sometimes uncomfortable conversations.
So we've covered some pretty powerful territory in this first round.
We have.
From intricate details to persuasive arguments.
Yes.
The perils of ambiguity.
Yes.
The weight of substantial matters.
Uh-huh.
The relief of alleviation.
Yes.
And the spark of controversy.
Yes.
Who knew vocabulary could be so fascinating?
I know, right? It really highlights how language shapes our perception of the world. It's like each word is a lens through which we view reality.
That's such a cool way to think about it. And speaking of lenses, the next word on our list, Eloquent.
Eloquent.
It makes me think about those people who can just captivate a room with their words. They paint such vivid pictures and evoke emotions so effortlessly.
It's almost like they're weaving a spell with language.
Yeah.
And it's not just about fancy vocabulary.
Right.
True eloquence comes from a deep understanding of the subject matter.
Yeah.
And a genuine desire to connect with the audience. Think about a powerful speech that moved you to tears or inspired you to take action.
Mm-hmm.
What was it about the speaker's delivery that made it so impactful?
That reminds me of something I've been noticing a lot lately.
Oh, yeah.
The word prevalent.
Prevalent.
It feels like it's everywhere these days, especially when we talk about social media trends or new technologies that seem to pop up out of nowhere,
Yeah.
and suddenly everyone's using them.
It's a reflection of how quickly ideas and innovations spread in our interconnected world.
Right.
Prevalent highlights that tipping point where something goes from being niche
Yeah.
to becoming widespread, shaping our culture and behaviors.
From widespread trends to the pursuit of perfection,
Ooh,
our next word is impeccable.
impeccable.
Now, I wish I could use this word to describe my organizational skills,
Okay.
but let's be real. Impeccable is about that flawless execution,
Yes.
that attention to detail that leaves you in awe.
It sets a high bar, doesn't it?
It does.
When you describe something as impeccable, you're acknowledging its exceptional quality.
Absolutely.
Think about an impeccably dressed fashion icon.
Yes.
An athlete's impeccable performance.
Right.
Or even an impeccably crafted piece of furniture.
Yeah.
It's about striving for excellence in every aspect.
And now for a word that allows us to explore all sorts of possibilities.
Possibilities.
Hypothetical.
Hypothetical.
I love those what-if conversations that push the boundaries of our imagination.
Hypothetical thinking is so essential for innovation and problem solving.
I agree.
It allows us to detach from the constraints of reality
Yeah.
and explore uncharted territories.
Right.
Think about those brainstorming sessions.
Oh, yeah.
Where the craziest ideas often lead to the most groundbreaking solutions.
Exactly. It's like giving your mind permission to play and wander. Now, this next word is all about setting the stage for success.
Okay.
Conducive.
Conducive.
I think about it in terms of creating the right environment for something to thrive.
It's fascinating how our surroundings can shape our moods and behaviors.
It really is.
A peaceful, well-lit space can be conducive to concentration and creativity.
Right.
A supportive team environment can be conducive to collaboration and innovation.
It's about recognizing the power of context. Speaking of getting things done, let's talk about pragmatic.
Pragmatic.
This is the word for those people who are all about finding practical solutions
Yeah.
and getting results.
Pragmatic thinkers don't get bogged down in abstract theories or idealistic fantasies.
No, they do.
They focus on what works,
Uh-huh.
weighing the pros and cons and making decisions based on evidence and feasibility.
They're the ones who get things done.
Oh.
All right, our next word is a testament to the human spirit's ability to overcome challenges.
Overcoming challenges.
Resilient.
Resilient.
I think about those individuals and communities who bounce back from adversity stronger than ever before.
Resilience is about adaptability, flexibility,
Yes.
and the unwavering determination to persevere. A resilient ecosystem can withstand environmental pressures. A resilient individual can overcome personal setbacks and emerge with newfound wisdom and strength.
It's an inspiring quality, for sure. Now, in a world overflowing with information, the ability to communicate succinctly is more valuable than ever.
Absolutely.
Tell me about succinct.
Succinct is all about clarity, conciseness,
Yeah.
and getting to the point without unnecessary fluff.
Okay.
Think about a powerful quote that encapsulates a complex idea in just a few words.
Right.
Or a news headline that grabs your attention immediately.
I see.
It's about maximizing impact while minimizing words.
I love that being succinct is definitely a skill I'm working on.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about those essential elements that hold everything together.
Okay.
Integral.
Integral.
It signifies something indispensable,
yes.
a core component that's essential for the whole to function properly.
Right.
Trust is integral to a healthy relationship. Education is integral to a thriving society. Recognizing what's integral is about understanding the interconnectedness of things.
It's about seeing the bigger picture and appreciating the value of each individual piece.
Now let's dive into the realm of subtle details with our next word.
Subtle details.
Subtle.
Subtle.
It's about those nuances that might be easily overlooked,
Right.
but they could have a powerful impact.
Subtlety often lies in the details.
Okay.
It could be a subtle change in someone's expression, a subtle hint of spice in a dish, or a subtle shift in the tone of a conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Being attuned to subtlety allows us to appreciate the nuances of human interaction and the world around us.
It's like becoming a detective of sorts.
Yeah.
Picking up on those subtle clues that reveal hidden meanings and deeper truths.
Exactly. It's about paying attention to the things that often go unnoticed.
And last but not least, for this round, we have a word that reflects a certain worldview.
Worldview.
Cynical.
Cynicism can be a defense mechanism.
Okay.
A way of protecting ourselves from disappointment or manipulation. It's a perspective that assumes the worst of human nature and motives.
Well, it's understandable to have moments of cynicism, but it's important to find a balance. If we become overly cynical, it can prevent us from seeing the good in the world and experiencing genuine connection.
It can cloud our judgment and limit our ability to trust and hope.
We've covered a lot of ground in this second round.
Yeah.
From eloquent speeches to prevalent trends,
Yeah.
impeccable achievements, hypothetical scenarios, conducive environments, pragmatic solutions,
Right.
resilient spirits, succinct communication,
Yes.
integral components, subtle nuances, and the dangers of cynicism.
Dangers of cynicism.
I feel like my brain is doing bicep curls with all these new words.
It's amazing how a single word can encapsulate like a whole worldview or a complex psychological phenomenon. It really shows the power of language to shape our thoughts and perceptions.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about how resilient that word is. It's like a reminder that we all have that capacity to bounce back from challenges. Okay, ready for our final two words?
Bring them up.
All right, this next one sounds so grand. It's one of my favorites. Ubiquitous.
Ubiquitous.
I imagine it being announced by a booming voice from the heavens.
Right.
But it basically just means everywhere, right?
Think about it this way. What's something that was considered a luxury a few decades ago, but is now so commonplace that we barely even notice it?
Ooh, good question. I'd say smartphones. Remember when only a few people had them and now they're practically an extension of ourselves?
Exactly. They've become ubiquitous. And with that ubiquity comes a whole set of social and cultural shifts.
Right.
It changes how we communicate, how we access information, even how we experience the world around us.
It's mind-blowing how quickly technology can become so deeply embedded in our lives. Okay, last word on our list.
Last one.
And then this was for all the creative geniuses out there.
Prolific.
I think of those writers who churn out bestsellers year after year.
Oh, yeah.
Or musicians who release album after album, each one brimming with fresh ideas.
It's a testament to their creative energy, their dedication to their craft, their ability to consistently produce high-quality work. And what's interesting is that prolific isn't limited to the arts.
Right.
You could have a prolific inventor, a prolific researcher, even a prolific gardener who manages to grow an abundance of fruits and vegetables year after year.
I love that. It's about that boundless energy to create and contribute something meaningful to the world.
And it reminds us that with passion and perseverance, we can all be prolific in our own unique ways.
So here we are at the end of our C1 vocabulary deep dive. We've explored 20 powerful words, each with its own unique nuances and applications.
And it's more than just expanding your vocabulary. It's about expanding your thinking, your ability to express yourself with precision, and your understanding of the world around you.
Absolutely. It's like we've unlocked a secret code that allows us to communicate on a deeper level. So here's your challenge. Pick one of these words, just one, and try to use it in a conversation or in your writing today. See how it feels.
And here's a final thought for you to ponder as you go out into the world armed with your new vocabulary. How can language not only make us sound smarter, but also help us understand the world and ourselves more deeply